How is it going everyone? Today I'm here with my WWE Extreme Rules 2017 pay-per-view predictions. Of course, Extreme Rules is a Raw exclusive pay-per-view event that takes place live on the WWE Network as well as pay-per-view tomorrow night. And overall, like I say, going into Extreme Rules, I feel like I say this for every Raw pay-per-view, but I can't help that it's true. I don't have really interest in it. I'm not excited for it. I just don't really care going into it because they haven't made me care. I feel like Raw leading up to Extreme Rules has been very lackluster. Even though the Raws haven't been bad for the most part, I feel like they just haven't done a good job building the show. They haven't done a good job building the matches. I feel like the match card's lazy as well. Almost every match on this card is a payback rematch. So I just feel like there's no effort put in this show whatsoever. It definitely feels like nothing more than a filler show, and that's all it's basically going to be, honestly. So Extreme Rules, no excitement, no really much anything. Doesn't garner my interest. I'm not invested into really any of the matches on this show besides the main event. Honestly, I feel like I'm excited for the main event just because I feel like it'll be an awesome match. But besides that, they haven't done anything for me to care about the match, honestly. So I don't know, just very, very lazy booking on their half, I felt like, going to Extreme Rules. So that's my thoughts and feelings going into it. We have 6 matches scheduled for this show. Nothing announced for the kickoff show 1 hour prior to the pay-per-view. I'm sure they'll probably add something on there during the kickoff as well as pay-per-view as well. I feel like they won't just go with the show being 6 matches. I feel like they'll probably add a match or two, maybe a match on the kickoff, maybe a match on the pay-per-view, like an Elias Sanchez squash, something like that. I just feel like they'll add something more than just 6 matches scheduled. So that's what I think they'll end up going with. But 6 matches scheduled. Even though majority of them are payback rematches, doesn't necessarily mean it's bad. The matches at Payback that we are getting rematches of, those matches were good to great, I feel like, at Payback. So I feel like they should deliver here as well. Even though I'm not excited for it, I do feel like this will still be a strong card, hopefully, in terms of delivering. I feel like every match should deliver for the most part still. So even though I'm not excited or have interest in it, it shouldn't stop from being at least a good show in my opinion. But we'll see how it plays out. 6 matches scheduled. Aries challenging Neville once again for the Cruiserweight Championship this time in a submission match. They've had really good matches at WrestleMania and Payback, but they've yet to have that one match that is like really blowing people away, I want to say. So hopefully there's a match here, because even though they're 2 great competitors, they haven't had that match yet. That's going to go like, all right, you need to see this match. So hopefully this ends up being that match right there. Alexa Bliss defending the Raw Women's Championship in a kendo stick on a pole match against Bayley. I've never been a fan of any kind of type on a pole match, so I don't really care for stipulation. Hope they just don't play or ponder too much of stipulation, being them being on the top rope and just pulling each other down. Because that's what most on a pole matches are. Climb, get pulled down, climb, get pulled down. Hopefully it's not like that, but we'll see how it plays out. Sheamus and Cesaro going against the Hardy Boyz in a steel cage match. I think this will be fun. Hopefully the Hardy Boyz do some crazy maneuvers off the cage, or at least with the cage. I just wish I just hope, I should say, they utilize the cage. Because most steel cage matches these days, they don't really acknowledge the cage, they're just kind of in it. But hopefully with the stipulation Hardy's choosing it, they actually utilize the cage and use it as a weapon. So that's my only hope really going into it. But it should be a really good match between the Hardys and Cesaro and Sheamus. They have great chemistry, so I think another really good match here for both those 2 teams. Sasha Banks and Rich Swann team up to take on Alicia Fox and Noam Dar. That's going to be that. And then, of course, we'll be having The Miz challenging Dean Ambrose once again for the Intercontinental Championship. But this time, if Dean Ambrose is disqualified, he will lose the Intercontinental Championship. I find it very ironic that the pay-per-view called Extreme Rules has a match where you can lose a title off of disqualification. The irony there is pretty funny if you ask me. But they've had really good matches. I thought their match on Raw a couple weeks ago when Ambrose got DQ was a great match. And hopefully they can transfer that here. So that should be a really good, possibly show-stealing match in my opinion. And of course with the main event, which is the big #1 Contenders Fatal 5-Way Extreme Rules match. Of course, with the winner will face Brock Lesnar for the Universal Championship down the line, which I'm guessing will be at the next Raw because of pay-per-view. Great Balls of Fire. That's their actual name. Seth Rollins, Samoa Joe, Finn Bálor, Bray Wyatt, Roman Reigns. This should be an awesome match. Hopefully it's an all-out brawl with some crazy spots and it's everyone going 100 miles per hour, basically trying to kill each other, because that's what this match needs to be. It's just them going out there and killing each other to have the right to face Brock Lesnar for the Universal Championship. Because if it's nothing more than that, if it's just like a regular wrestling match and not really too much going on, that'll be a huge disappointment. All I want to see here is total car crash, them just absolutely going at a war and trying to kill each other. That's honestly all I want to see in this match, and hopefully that's what it delivers, because you want to make the winner look very, very strong and look like he just absolutely decimated these 4 other competitors to face Brock Lesnar. So Hopefully that's what we get in the 5-way. If not, then I'll probably be disappointed. But it should be a great match overall. But yeah, Extreme Rules, like I said, nothing really too much going on. Not a whole lot of interest. But, you know, each match should be at least good. So it should be a good show. Just nothing really noteworthy coming out of it, most likely. So that's enough of me rambling on. You guys click on this video for my predictions. And that's what you guys are going to get right now.
Steel cage match for the Raw Tag Team Championship. Raw Tag Team Champions, the Hardy Boyz versus Cesaro and Sheamus. I feel like the steel cage match kind of favors Cesaro and Sheamus because they can very easily win this match by escaping the cage or doing some kind of heel tactic to win. But I feel like taking the tag team titles off the Hardy Boyz right now is just not the right decision. I feel like they should have a nice, lengthy reign as tag team champions, maybe to SummerSlam before they lose them. So I'm going to pick the Hardy Boyz retain. This should be a great match overall. They have great chemistry, but my pick here is that the Hardy Boyz will walk out of steel cage match still the Raw Tag Team Champions. Submission match for the WWE Cruiserweight Championship. WWE Cruiserweight Champion Neville versus Austin Aries. I feel like they really haven't properly built Austin Aries up for the Cruiserweight Championship, honestly. I know his whole feud's been based around that Neville can't beat Austin Aries, and Austin Aries has proven that he can beat Neville. So, with that fact alone, I honestly think Neville's going to retain the Cruiserweight Championship. I just don't see him losing it right here. I just feel like Austin Aries really hasn't been built up properly like he should have been for the Cruiserweight Championship. So, it should be a great match. They have great chemistry, but my pick here is that Neville walks out still the Cruiserweight Champion. Mixed tag team match, Sasha Banks and Rich Swann versus Alicia Fox and Noam. I don't really care who wins this match. It could go either way, honestly. It's not going to change the fact that I don't really care about it. I'm going to go ahead and pick Rich Swann and Sasha Banks to win it just because why not? I feel like they'll have those two get their revenge on Alicia Fox and Noam. And that's pretty much my feelings. Hopefully it's a decent match, but my pick here is that Sasha Banks and Rich Swann to get the victory. Intercontinental Championship match, where if Dean Ambrose gets disqualified, he will lose the Intercontinental Championship. Intercontinental Champion Dean Ambrose versus The Miz. I feel like the DQ stipulation will come into play. I feel like they will utilize that for the finish, and I feel like The Miz will walk out the brand new Intercontinental Champion somehow. I feel like Dean Ambrose had a very lackluster reign. He doesn't really do anything with the championship, and The Miz has actually elevated the championship and actually brought prestige and actually made the championship mean something. So I feel like putting the title on The Miz here is definitely the right decision. Dean Ambrose really has nowhere to go with the title going afterwards, so him retaining doesn't really make any sense in my opinion. This should be a really good match. I'm looking forward to it, honestly. But my pick is one way or another. I think The Miz will walk out the brand new Intercontinental Champion. Kendo's taking a pole match for the Raw Women's Championship. Raw Women's Champion Alexa Bliss versus Bayley. I know this whole feud, or this, going into this match, has been built around that Bayley can't get Extreme. So I'm pretty sure in this match they'll utilize the fact that Bayley can get Extreme. But I don't think that'll help her. I still think Alexa Bliss walks out still the Raw Women's Champion. I just don't see her dropping the title this soon after a month of back to Bayley. So I feel like she'll have a nice little reign going into summer and hopefully keep it for a while. So hopefully it's good, but my pick is that Alexa Bliss walks out still the Raw Women's Champion. And then the main event, #1 Contenders Fatal 5-Way Extreme Rules match for the Universal Championship. Bray Wyatt versus Seth Rollins versus Roman Reigns versus Finn Bálor versus Samoa Joe. I feel like there's three top contenders for this match, being Samoa Joe, Finn Bálor, and Seth Rollins. Honestly, one of those three I feel can easily win this match, and I'm not sure who, honestly. You know what? I'm going to pick Seth freaking Rollins to walk out the #1 contender here. I feel like the Finn Bálor match is way too soon. I feel like they're going to build him up more for that title match with Brock Lesnar. Samoa Joe, I'm not sure if they'll pull the trigger on him to win it, but Seth Rollins, I feel like he's an easy person to have a one-off with Brock Lesnar at the next pay-per-view. So I feel like Seth Rollins winning is probably the most likely thing. I just feel like he's a very viable spot for this next role for Brock Lesnar. So should be an amazing match. I'm fine with either of the three winning it. But honestly, in my opinion, I think Seth Rollins will end up walking out of this match #1 contender to face Brock Lesnar down the line for the Universal Championship. So, should be an awesome match overall.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, hope you guys enjoyed my WWE Extreme Rules 2017 pay-per-view predictions. Like I said, Extreme Rules is a Raw exclusive pay-per-view event. It takes place live on the WWE Network as well as pay-per-view tomorrow night. Not excited, not a whole lot of interest garnered into the show, but it should be a good overall show. The card's good, just lazy booking, lazy build, and just nothing really to sink your teeth into on this pay-per-view. But you know what, that's most pay-per-views nowadays, so what really can you complain about? Hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you guys did, please leave a like below. In the comment section, if you guys like, please leave you guys predictions for Extreme Rules as well as any other thoughts on the pay-per-view. Going into it, you guys going to be good, bad, whatever Extreme Rules related. Feel free to leave your guys' comments on the comment section below. And as always, I'll see you guys tomorrow for my pay-per-view review. Thank you guys for watching the video.